Hi folks, this is Paul Isley, Mr. Tillandsia today, talking to you about some of our nice plants that are such a wonder in the world of ornamental horticulture. You're going to see this clearly in what I show you today. It has always been amazing to me how different the plants can be from species to species, the cultivars within a given species, the hybrids that are created. So I pulled a few plants and thought we'd have some fun just showing you some of the different delectable delights that we have here at Rainforest Flora in Torrance, California. So let us begin. The first plant I'm going to show you today is called the Sentinel, and this is a hybrid between Tillandsia paucifolia and Tillandsia caput medusa. And you can tell that there's medusa in there because of the purple margin on the edges of the leaves. There are 4 species that I know of that have purple margins. One of them is medusa, one is bulbosa, one is streptophila, and of course I can't remember the 4th one, so we won't worry about that. Let's say there's 3 right now. Anyway, so this is called the Sentinel, and you can see the shape of this, and that can be contrasted with Tillandsia reddi. And Tillandsia reddi is a hybrid between Tillandsia concolor and Tillandsia streptophila. And look at the shapes of these 2 plants. The color is very similar, as you can see, but the shapes are very different. And this one has a lot of leaves, and this one is just tall and recurving. The leaves are recurving. You can see they're coming back. So that's those 2. And then back to a species. This big beefy guy is Tillandsia solariana. Tillandsia solariana is a native species to Latin America, to Central America. This is a particularly big one. It's known for, besides its shape, a lot of people think it looks like an artichoke. It has very pronounced trichomes, very fuzzy pronounced trichomes. So when you make a hybrid with this, then the trichomes are also pronounced on whatever the hybrid is that you make. The leaves are very strict. Unlike the last 2 I just showed you, instead of recurving and spreading, these are coming together, and the botanical word is strict. These are more strict. It is just getting ready to start blooming. It'll have an inflorescence. The upper part of the plant and the inflorescence will turn a bright pink, and it gets the typical subgenus Tillandsia flowers, the purple tubes that come out, the cylindrical tubes, and they exert the white stigma and the yellow anthers that have the pollen grains on them. So this is Tillandsia solariana. Another really nice species, another nice hybrid is Tillandsia Singapore sling. Singapore sling, I forgot. Let's see, I'm going to guess on this one. I'm going to say it's Leonamiana instricta.
Yes.
And you can see the color in the inflorescence isn't as red as the stricta is, and it's not the orange that Leonamiana is. But it's a beautiful, beautiful color and a wonderful hybrid that's easy to grow. Another neat hybrid is Tillandsia betty. This is a mid-sized plant from being an offset to being a mature adult. And this one is a hybrid between Xerographica and Brachycaulus. And again, a beautiful symmetry to the leaves, very graceful, nice color, beautiful soft trichomes on the leaves. Okay? And another one. It's a hybrid. Tillandsia red star, Tillandsia capitata roja. It's a red Tillandsia crossed with Tillandsia brachycaulus, and it's coming into bloom. You can see the little purple flowers here. You can see the white stigma and the yellow anthers with the pollen grains, and so this is Tillandsia red star. Now this hybrid has a phenomenal shape. This is Tillandsia bonjour. And Tillandsia bonjour is a hybrid of ionantha and Meatlaensis. Meatlaensis is a Mexican species, and you can see the recurving of the leaves here, and actually the color that's coming from Tillandsia ionantha. It's just starting to bloom. but with the shape and the color, this one is a very special plant. Tillandsia bonjour. Now, finally, we have two species to show you. This is Tillandsia rothi, and I don't know what I can say about Tillandsia rothi that isn't presented in the way the plant looks itself. This plant's probably about 25 years old, give or take 5 years. It's in the middle of blooming right now. It has this beautiful kind of lime green color, and then when it blooms, the inflorescence comes out over a period of months, and it gets this wonderful red to it. The flowers, it's in subgenus Tillandsia, but the flowers aren't that blue-purple that most of them are. This is more of a lighter, a light yellow-green color. And there aren't any flowers out right now, so you'll have to wait till next time. But, phenomenal plant, right? Absolutely terrific plant. Not very common. It's native to Mexico. The area where these plants come from has been pretty much turned into development. The jungle areas where this came from are almost completely gone, so they are not common in nature anymore, and Mexico prohibits the export of any of these plants from there. So if you see a lot of nice rothi coming from somewhere, somebody got them out of the country that wasn't supposed to. Tillandsia rothi. And this one, this is the Mexican form of Tillandsia ionantha. And what we did was maybe 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, is we glued a number of ionanthas, about half-sized plants, maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 of them on this piece of grapewood. And then over the last 3.5 years, they've grown and they've filled in. And then as you can see here, lo and behold, there are a couple of hybrids. And how they got in there and what they are, we don't know. But they might have been the small plants that were glued on, and then they were hybrids to start with. And now they're growing out, and as they get larger, you can see that they're definitely not Tillandsia ionantha. But a lot of people love this. You know, when you cover something, it's like looking at this big ball up here, if you can see it. They did the same thing with this big ball. They took a couple of pieces of wire and they made hoops, one in a vertical circle, one in a horizontal circle. They covered it with some screen, and they glued some ionanthas on there, and they've been growing in for about 3.5 years or so. And you can see now they've pretty much grown in and made a beautiful ball of Tillandsia ionantha with one group of hitchhiker aranthos here, but most of the rest of it looks to be Tillandsia ionantha Mexico. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever. You know, we're having a great time here. If you ever get a chance, you can visit our website at rainforestflora.com. We have a Facebook presence, we have an Instagram presence, and we have a terrific nursery here in Torrance, California. So, thank you everyone, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Rainforest Flora Incorporated